What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Brand New, and honey, I am back in the building. This time, honey, I'm back with a love and marriage Huntsville short, honey. I was drinking my water, minding my own damn business, and then I stumbled up on this clip where Melody accuses the group of being a bad influence on Martell. She said that she didn't experience no cheating from Martell, honey, until he started hanging out with Marsau, who also is accused of having a side baby somewhere, and we all see how he treats his wife, Letitia, honey. Poor little tink Tisha. Girl, I will be praying for you, sis. But I was really looking at Marsau's face during this whole conversation, and it will actually be my thumbnail if the picture comes out right, honey. Okay, because sometimes that phone of mine can be a bit of a hater. Okay, just a little bit. But yeah, his face looked really uncomfortable when Melody was speaking. I wonder why. Okay, I wonder why. Is there any truth to the rumors that Marsau is out here cheating on Tisha, and do he really got a baby? Do y'all believe it? Because the way his face looks, he just looks a tad bit uncomfortable, honey. Miss Robinson can't make these things up, so I'm going to play the audio, you guys, and I will be in and out with my commentary.
Martell and Marsau to move forward without the most important person in their life also moving forward.
I think for Tisha and our discussion went left very, very quickly. For me, I felt like my character was being attacked.
You're somebody I really don't even recognize or know anymore.
You don't get my personality.
You have a slick, sly way of saying your words. You know you. So you was coming for us on certain statements that you made. I didn't like that either. Your husband has made these false statements about Marsau.
How do you know they're false?
Are they real?
Figure it out on your own.
I just don't care anymore. And I'm not saying it in a mean way. I just don't want the bad energy. I don't want the negativity. I just want to move forward. I'm over it. It can be what it is at this point.
You know what, Letitia? Obviously, it's easier for you to call me fake versus listening to what I'm trying to tell you. So, girl, why don't you just go get a dictionary and look up the word denial? How about that? Since we are talking about the infidelity issue that we went through, this didn't come to my knowledge, or had I experienced it before with him in my marriage till we all started hanging out.
What's the implication of that statement?
Well, what I'm saying is, period. Like, we didn't experience infidelity in our marriage or with each other, whatever, until we all started hanging out.
Are we saying causation or correlation?
Who knows? You don't.
Child, Marsau and Letitia look so uncomfortable, honey. Woo! Y'all let me know how y'all feel. Okay, do y'all feel like, Melody, has a point? Or do you feel like she is unfairly accusing the Scotts of being a influence over Martell? Because only Martell can, control what that penis do, honey.
Never know.
That's fair, but what do you think?
What I'm saying is, for me, I started thinking, okay, is there other influence? We started hanging. He felt like he would see Tisha and Kimmy, doing more with y'all in terms of fixing your plates and doing all the other extra things, right? That I hadn't been doing for him, and he hadn't had a problem with me not doing it. But then when he saw them doing it, he was feeling like, well, shoot, everything that I do helping with the kids and helping keep the house clean, blah, 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 you should be doing this for me.
And you know what? I think it's fair that she says that now that I think about it, because let's look at Martell, right? Martell is always with his kids. He loves being a dad. He's an asshole, and we drag him for that, but he seems to really, adore the children. Marsau don't give a damn about his kids. He basically just be putting them off on Tisha. It does kind of look like, oh, I see how Marsau got Letitia handling everything. I want Mel to be that way too. Do you see what I'm saying? I could kind of see some of that. At first, I didn't understand fully where she was coming from, honey, but I could see some of that. Martell, had Melody out in these streets, accomplishing a lot, building their business. She is really, the leader, within that marriage, when they were married, I should say. We don't really see that with the Letitia and Marsau marriage. It's more so Marsau is out in front. I think Martell knows the type of woman that Melody is. Whether he can handle it or not, he allowed her to be free-spirited out in the world, accomplish her goals. He helped with the children. We didn't really see Marsau doing that. And we saw Tisha go to school, but I'm pretty sure it was Miss Wanda helping with their children. Do you see what I'm saying? So I could kind of see there being some type of influence. What do you all think?
There's degrees to influence. It's one thing to say, hey, Adara, Kimmy cooks a lot.
What you say?
It's another thing to say, hey, I think because you hung around these guys, you're going to have sex with another woman.
I think that, believe it or not, while you were somewhere else, maybe praying to God, saying, hey, what's going on, actually had some people talking to Martell about what's going on. We're men trying to figure it through.
I like that statement. We're men trying to figure it through. Cheers to that.
All right, honey, let's get some comments, honey, from the people, honey. Okay, it ain't official till we see what the people got to say. One person says another thing that has caused Martell to feel as though he's invincible in terms of his cheating is Melody chose to put up with it. You cannot give someone room to feel comfortable disrespecting you, then get mad when it continues. She did it to herself. What do you all think of that? Another person says, I feel like Marsau is guilty as sin. He keeps sidestepping to avoid light on him. He has yet to say no. I have never cheated on you. He's trying not to be dragged. Martell knows his dirt. What do you all think of that? Another person says, if your husband can't remain faithful to you, no matter who he's hanging around, you have a bigger problem than you think, baby girl. They're talking about Melody. Make your husband accountable for his infidelity. And if the other husbands are cheating, it will come to the light. I hate when a friend is going through something and hates on others because they are unhappy. The Holts are so wrong. Another person says she's trying to say birds of a feather flock together. However, friends only can talk you into cheating if you are stupid enough to cheat. Some people do take bad advice. Another person says Melody is nuts. Your man has been a cheater before you became friends with these people in this group. Martell is responsible for his actions, not everyone else. Another person says, how's she going to blame others for Martell's actions? I just can't with that one. Another person says Melody is delusional. All she is doing is deflecting. Ooh, child, Melody, honey, they dragging you. And at the end of the day, we know that Martell, is responsible, for his own actions. But I did kind of see, some of the points that she was making. Another person says Melody and her husband were born with narcissistic personalities. Ooh, they both are narcissists. Ooh, child. Martell's cheating has nothing to do with any friendship. However, that is not the most stupidest thing Melody has ever said. The stupidest thing Melody has ever said was, I do, to a man who is incapable of loving anyone except Martell. Ooh, child. Another person says Melody really needs counseling about self-help. She really has the audacity to accuse the group of influencing her husband's infidelity. That would explain that chip on her shoulder towards the others. They didn't make him cheat. That was his choice. Another person says Poor Kimmy, I like her, but her husband is clueless, or is he? Making decisions all on his own like he's flying solo. Total disrespect to Kimmy. He not only invited the ex without a conversation with her, he made a big financial decision as well. The ex can live rent-free and mortgage-free. I applaud him for that, but not without his wife's consent. He is a lot like his brother Marsau, and his selfishness is just in a different lane. Both disrespect women, but in different ways. Ooh, that was interesting. Another person says it's hard to believe Melody was saying Letitia should get a dictionary and look up the word denial when she is the one who is clearly in denial. She is in denial about Martell's cheating and is looking for a way to give him an excuse. She wants to blame others so she can stay with him instead of holding him accountable. Martell knows that she won't leave, so he'll continue to disrespect her. What do you all think about that? Another person says Melody is unrealistic and he's gonna do it again. Okay, and he did do it again, honey. Another person says, I'm so over Melody and her BS. Your man cheating has nothing to do with the group. Another person says, I can relate to Melody. I've had some friends to influence me in a direction I never particularly go in, or give me not so good advice because they've been there, done that, and things turned around in their favor. So probably it would happen for me too. And I attempted that method even though it wasn't what I normally do, and it was a total disaster. I'm no longer friends with any of those women that tried to influence me. Another person says Melody and Martell show bad character. They look like two broken people trying to tear their friends down because they are falling apart. If only they could just admit that. And another person says Melody was completely out of line for saying all of that to Letitia. Okay, another person says misery loves company. Man, she's just wanting to pull Tisha's marriage down, spill the beans that someone else's husband has cheated too. Her friend didn't say her husband has cheated. She is saying she has not experienced it. So they're talking about Tisha. All right, so another person says, I thought that Melody had more brains than this. He is a cheater, a repeat offender. Nothing she says or does will change him. She's having another child with him. I'm sorry, but he's not worth the headache or drama to keep in her life. Sometimes I wonder, since she's had an issue facing that he has a cheating problem, has she stepped out herself? It really all makes you wonder. Ooh, child. They is getting it cracking, honey, up in these comments, honey. But anyways, honey, y'all let Miss Robinson know what y'all thought about this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.